Guess this is gonna be a short video. I forgot to check my battery before I went to sleep and when I woke up, and it has 1 bar. Maybe I should have just recorded on the way here. Decided to go to the downtown post office since there's less hills to get here than the other one across town, because it's Saturday, which means the one I usually go to, that's a 10 to 15 minute ride from my house, depending on the situation, each way. It's closed today. So, here we are. I got a free bike last night, kinda excited. Letting the tubes do their thing. Couldn't get the rear ones aired up until like an hour ago. Took a while. Got the front ones to work with me. But it seems like it was outside for a bit because it was all dirty. Might contact the dude and see if he still has the other 2. I wasn't expecting to live so close since that rarely happens, but I messaged him after I saw the listing go up because of the freebie app I mentioned, since he was on next door. Offer up. It came up on there, and he lives like 5 or 6 blocks from my house. I actually pass his house quite frequently whenever I go to the post office or in general. It just depends on which route I take to get home or go wherever. But if I go down to Sonoma, I usually take it. So it's like 11-12 minutes to walk there, something like that. Maybe more, maybe less, maybe 10. Maybe 10 to 15, I don't know. Google said 11, and I'm a pretty quick walker, even when I didn't put much effort. But I told him I was walking the ETA, so he was, as I was leaving, so no worries on that. But he said it wasn't a BMX before I got there. When I said which one I wanted, he's like, "You don't want all 3 of that?" Well, I'll run the car. Oh, okay. But since he lives like 6 blocks from my house, I might see before or after I go to my sister's what's up with the other 2 bikes. Take one or both. This one I'm going to keep for myself, but it's a 26-inch Diamondback. Said it wasn't a BMX, but then it looked like a BMX in pictures. I get there, it looks like a BMX, so I don't know what's up with that. The wheels are deep V's, which you don't always see on most BMX. But my Mongoose 26-inch did come with them, so I wasn't surprised. But the rear one is a mountain bike rear single speed cassette. I'm guessing the front is the same, but it might not be, because the front I think is a Allen wrench bolt, while the rear is just a standard bolt on with a wrench or socket wrench. So I'm excited. I was gonna ride it to the post office, but because I was gonna just ride it to the one by my house, but figured I'd get on this bike instead. Might turn into a fixed gear, might keep it single speed, depends. Need to change the chain for sure, but it depends on, I forgot to count the sprocket, the rear sprocket, to see how many teeth it had. But I don't know why. I think it was a race BMX, not a freestyle, and that's why he said it wasn't a BMX, because it's thinner, a little smaller, I believe. Definitely thinner than this and my Mongoose, which are both 26 inches bikes, just different slightly by the wheelbase. So we'll see. Kind of excited, but getting 2 free Diamondbacks, 2 different kinds in like a month, 3 weeks to a month, maybe 5 weeks. Not too shabby. Keeping both. I was having trouble with the tubes because they're both Presta instead of Schrader, so I had to go through. I finally gave up, but since I try to keep my tubes just in case for patch replacement or patch repair, or to keep if it has a good valve cord, I'll keep them for that. So since I have a trash bag in my room full of various sized tubes at the moment, I used one of the stopper thingies from a 700 C tube, because I was wondering if that was the problem, if it was too loose. And then finally, after a little finagling and going through the process, my pump's kind of funky, and it didn't help that the valve on that is it's kind of too small. It fits, but it would be nice if the tube had a stem that was 1 to 2 sizes bigger. But having the metal holder from the 700C tube, it did help because it kept it in place. I just had to fiddle around with my pump, as well as the proper angle, since I did it with the wheel on my bed, and I also had to